Today, in our lesson on living a life of prayer, we want to study another kind of prayer. It's called praying with your gift. So the title of our study today is Praying with Your Gift. Praying with your gift. Now, giving has two purposes. One, it's an act of thanksgiving. When I give to God, I give to say thank you. That's why I give offerings. That's why when you give your testimony, you come with a gift. Sometimes when you evaluate all that God has done, you feel like doing what we call thanksgiving. In the Old Testament, they have what they call burnt offerings. They have what they call fellowship offerings. They have what they call thanksgiving offerings. So when they take their gift in their hands, they are saying thank you. So giving is an act of thanksgiving. So the first purpose of giving is to say thank you. So you don't just verbalize your gratitude. You materialize it. You take a gift in your hand. So in the Old Testament, they used to offer bulls, offer doves, depending on their level, offer goats and rams and cows, depending on what you have. For Solomon, when he was made the king, he gave God 1,000 burnt offerings, meaning he sacrificed 1,000 animals on the altar, which has never been done by any single individual. But that was his way of appreciating what God has done, telling God, look, you took me from the back seat. I think it was a tent or so in the line. So it will never get to him if it's turn by turn. And you know how his mother came in. And there were some women who have already been there as wives. Sons have been born to the king before Bathsheba came into his life. And so he recognized that he came from the other side of town, from the back, and God brought him to the front seat. So he thought of the best way to say thank you. So words will not be enough. So he gathered animals, quality animals, healthy animals from his livestock, and then gave God 1,000. And God was so pleased, God came to him in the night. You know the story. That's how to say thank you. So giving is an act of thanksgiving. Then the second purpose of giving is a seed, a prayer for a favor. So it's either I'm giving God to say thank you, or I'm giving God to ask for a favor. For instance, what they call the sin offering. When a man has committed sin and he wants to plead with God to forgive him, he will come with an offering, a seed offering. When Israel wants to appeal to God to forgive them their sin, they will come with their bull. And the elders will lay their hands on the head and transfer their sins to the bull. And then the thing will be slaughtered. So once a sacrifice is made, that sacrifice is not a thank you offering. That sacrifice is what? A prayer for God's mercy and favor. That God will turn his anger away, forgive them for all the wrong they have done, and treat them nicely. And whatever problems they have, that God will now look with pity on them and deliver them from all the troubles. So this is important. We have to explain this because there are some people who have been writing all kinds of things based on, whatever it is that they believe, but it's not scripturally sound. When you say so and God will do this for you, they say it's not correct. But you can see it in the Bible. It's there in the Old Testament. It's there in the New Testament. It's very important. When David sinned against the Lord when he conducted census without approval from God, the Bible says it was Satan who incited him to do that. So they had the people numbered, and of course they didn't follow the normal procedure, because the normal procedure is that if you are counted, you are going to give a specific offering. So all that was not followed. So at the end of the day, the angel of God was sent to afflict the nation. And then in days, thousands began to die. So David pleaded with the Lord for mercy. And telling God that, look, I am responsible for this. You don't have to kill these people because they are not the ones who did the counting. That God should have mercy. Now, and David saw that the angel was on the threshing floor of one man called Araunah. So he was instructed to go and make a... You've got to do something. So the sacrifice on that particular altar there, the threshing floor, was not a thanksgiving offering, but it was a plea, a prayer to give him and stop the killing and forgive the nation. So in giving we have two purposes. Number one is what? An act of thanksgiving. And number two, a seed. Now both are correct and worthy of practice. They are all scripturally sound. So sometimes when you make a request to God, or you are in a terrible and difficult situation and you need supernatural intervention or urgent intervention, and you need to knock on the door so that God will answer you, then you take a gift in your hand and plant a seed. Now, please note this. God never asked us to give expecting nothing in return. Never. There's no place in the Bible where God asks us to give without promising a reward. The question is, why? So he wants each time we give to expect a harvest. Therefore, to give expecting God to reward you or to do something for you as you give is not a sin. There are many who are teaching that it is a sin, or that you should give only to thank God. But also we have scriptures where God promised returns. The question is, why did he promise the returns? Why would he tell me of the reward that will come to me, or the blessing that will come to me when I give? Is it not for me to look forward to it? It is for me to be expecting it. It will serve as a motivation. So when I know that my giving is not a waste, that something is going to come out of it, then I do it. Luke chapter 6 verse